Normally I like to do the boat tours at the start of the year. Everything's new and fresh. But we're doing it a little different this year. I've got like 85 hours on this motor already. Fished a bunch of tournaments with it and caught a bunch of fish with it. So it's broken, and we're gonna go through how I have this 2075 Lund Pro V Bass set up. And this is my fishing office, and I love this thing. 10th season in one of these boats. So it's been a good run, and hopefully many more. So starting at the back, obviously same Mercury 250 Pro XS 4-stroke motor. I mean, 10 years, no issues. These things are sweet, good on gas. I've actually got the smart gauges at the console, so I can actually monitor, whatever the hours are on the motor. I can monitor my gas consumption, so what I'm burning at a certain speed, RPM, and also monitor how much I burned during a trip. So if you're making a big long run, you can, see exactly how much gas you've got to work with, that sort of thing. Props, get a lot of questions about props on this boat, and I run an Atlas jack plate, 10-inch setback, and that, if you have the jack plate, it changes it a little bit. Without a jack plate, I know they recommend like a 21 pitch. With the jack plate, this is a 24 pitch 3-blade Fury prop, Mercury Fury prop, and it's probably my favorite overall one. Sometimes if we go to the big water, I'll go to a little bit smaller 4-blade, and you might lose a mile an hour or two, but it's a little poppier and kind of good to keep your bow up in the big water. So on the back, this is a few years now running one of these leash motor protectors. So I mean, we fished some sort of sketchy places this year. Santee, Cooper. I've spent some time in Texas. Some of the lakes that have a lot of stumps and potential to hit stuff. So that's just a good little safety thing on there. It's going to keep the motor from coming in the boat if you ever hit anything. On the back, I got 2 transducers set up back here, a 2D high speed, and then my side imaging transducer. So getting them, pretty near the water line, I actually can get a pretty good reading, when I'm running on pad, even with the side imaging. So that's pretty slick, and just always looking for stuff that maybe other anglers are overlooking. So you find a lot of it definitely with the side imaging. Wrap this year, Z-Decals in Georgia. They've done it for several years now. They do the carpet decals also. They actually have a little kit that they do for the Mercury motor, so you can get kind of any color, just kind of fun. And it's just an overlay, so you don't actually have to take the Mercury decals off. You can just put the overlay on there, and you want to customize it a little bit. Up to the front of the boat, we'll do the console, we'll hop in there in a minute, but up at the front, I run a Minn Kota Ultrex Quest trolling motor, 52-inch, so that's the middle size. I find that's the best for, compromise of still being able to use it in shallow water and put it all the way down. If we're fishing on the big water, it's going to stay in there. Humminbird 360 imaging, some of our events this year are no forward sonar, so the 360 is helpful. I mean, it shows you the grass lines, stumps, rock. If you're spot locked or you have the talons down, you can see fish on it sometimes too, but it's a helpful tool. For forward sonar this year, we're on the Humminbird Mega Live. It's come a long way from the early version, and it's been great. I haven't had any problems with it. I'm happy with it, and yeah, it's been working good. As far as screens go, I've got 4 Humminbird Apex 13s. So big screens, I got 2 at the front, 2 at the console, and I can they all communicate with each other, share the mapping. So up at the front, pretty much dedicating one screen to the Mega Live, and then the other screen, I'll run a 360 and map, sonar and map, but always have the map up there with whatever, is going to work best for what I'm sort of doing. But one other thing on the back, I forgot about the Minn Kota talons, and I get asked a lot, like, how come talons over the Raptors? And a couple of reasons. These are 12 footers, so I'm just able to use them a lot more places, especially up north when I'm around home. And they're just 2 wires to hook up to your battery. They work really good. They don't maybe look as good as the Raptors, but they work great, and you know, I've used them for years. I've got the tilt bracket on there, so if you want to, you know, if you have a tight fit in your garage, you can just tilt them down and get in there. So I've had to, you know, put them down to go under a bridge before, and they're just like that easy. They're locked back in and not going anywhere. So yeah, let's hop inside here and I'll show you how I've got everything sort of set up in the boat. One of the nice things is you've got a lot of room in the cockpit area, and then back here, you know, I obviously do a lot of bass fishing and fish tournaments, but I do lots of multi-species fishing and taking people, often have 3 or 4 people in the boat with me. So a lot of the Lund boats actually have these jump seats in the back, but all the Pro V bass boats have them in the 18 and the 20 footer. And we got storage underneath. I've got actually a couple batteries that I keep in this one. I'll get to that in a second, but that one I kind of keep open for my partners. And but yeah, you got the extra seats back here. And then again, you know, we can never have too much storage. Live well, these things have a nice big live well. I never have any problems with keeping the fish happy. And there's a divider if you know, if you're getting into some walleyes and you want to put a big fish in there, that divider just pops out. Batteries this year, running some Apex lithium. So these are new for me. They're a Canadian battery from Southern Ontario. Chris and Corey Johnston kind of got me onto them, and I've been really happy with them. So I've got, actually, I have 6 batteries in this boat this year. A little bit overkill, but we don't want to run out. We're using this thing hard. So I've got 2 160 amp hour big batteries back here. They're set in parallel, and that's going to power all my screens. So I can run them, all 4 of them, all day. You know, a lot of our practice days were out there for 12, 14, 15 hours even. You know, now this time of year, the days get really long, so you need to have lots of juice to run that stuff. Back here, I'm still running a big Group 31 AGM for my motor and just the accessories on the boat. It's worked for me forever, so I just have a lot of confidence in that. That's what I've been doing. The boat was rigged by Hennessy Outdoor Electronics in Dayton, Tennessee, and they've done it for me for the last several years, and it's like one of the best treats ever to get them to do that. I mean, everything's beautiful, working, and just, you know, all the connections are tight, all that stuff. One of the things they did, this is sort of new now, they've been putting, I've got 2 switches back here. So one's for power for the boat, for everything, and then we've got another switch for the Hennessy harnesses, and those are going to all the electronic screens. So just, you know, it's nice to be able to shut all the power in the boat off if we're not using it. Just nothing's going to drain the batteries, and it's always going to be kind of good to go. But that's that. You know, lots of storage in this thing. This is just some, you know, sunscreen. I got some culling equipment, fizzing stuff, scent. You know, just keep stuff back there that I want sort of quick access to. These marine mats, this has been a few years now. I've ran these in the boats, and they're nice. I mean, it's just a nice padded, comfortable. If you like to wear bare feet in the boat, it's nice, and it just snaps in and out. So I got to take it out a couple times a year maybe to clean everything up, but it's really easy sort of in and out. Check out the console here with me for a second. So Apex 13, same as up at the front. I got a little quad lock phone charger here. It's a wireless charger that I just got plugged into a PowerPoint, and it holds the phone up really good. I've had it in some nasty conditions, and it stays solid there. Keep a remote for the Talon right here. You know, use it a lot at the boat ramps and that sort of thing where I don't have to tie up. On the side over here, this is a new product from Aquaview called the Captain, and I've actually got 2 little cameras, one facing forward and one facing backwards on the Talons, and I can watch everything on this screen. So, you know, in a tournament situation, if you're on blast off, you can kind of see if there's boats coming up behind you, or, you know, and be recording all the time. You can also match this up with your phone, where I can share mapping, share all kinds of anything, mirror it from my phone to the captain's screen. So it's just kind of a cool thing. They're really popular with like side-by-sides. People are putting them on those, but yeah, just sort of a cool little thing to add to the boat. Here I've got a little AquaView underwater camera, and this is the version that I actually just plug into the Apex machine. So if I want to just, you know, quick drop it down, look at a brush pile, look at some fish that I see on my electronics and identify them, it's just quick and easy, and I don't have the big monitor. If I go to a place like the St. Lawrence River, I like the big camera and I like the monitor just to, you know, I'm going to use it a lot, but just for quick usage, this thing's sweet. And I just, you know, yeah, use the Lund little rail system here to, you know, mount it. I can take it on and off real easy, and, you know, just a good practice pre-fishing tool for me. So to the front of the boat again, you know, big deck, and tons of storage in this boat. That's one of the things I love about it. Last several years, we get a padded deck up here now. I mean, I don't usually use a butt seat up there unless I'm in like really big water and you're really bucking the Bronco. So yeah, the padded decks just, you know, makes life easy on your legs and back. Rod storage, I mean, I can get between 20 and 25 fishing rods in here pretty easy. So, you know, a lot of times, like when we go to a new body of water, I'm starting out with that many, and then hopefully you whittle it down. You just have 3 or 4 that you're going to use during the event, and you got something figured out. But you can bring as many rods as you want pretty much in here, and you know, it's a good setup. My battery charger's up here, and then my trolling motor batteries are up here underneath the rods. So really convenient, good spot for them. They're out of the way, and I've got 3 160 amp lithium, Apex lithium batteries up there to run the trolling motor. And I mean, I can go for a couple days with it, and it charges quick. I mean, just the lithium's the way to go. I mean, they don't weigh anything hardly, and you know, a little more investment, but they're gonna last you a lot longer too. So it's I've been really happy with those. Tackle, I keep all my tackle here, and I get a lot of flack about not having a second console, but the main reason why is this is kind of my area. If I'm rigging rods before a tournament, I got access to all my tackle here, rods here, and you get quite a bit more room to kind of move around in the boat without the second console. So you know, I make sure Shelby has the nice Sims rain suit so she stays dry, and you know, we're going single console. But yeah, lots of storage. This is kind of cool. All the you know, compartments up here have this foam padding underneath. So this is probably ready to be cleaned up now and sort of reorganized, but you can keep a lot of loose hooks and baits, and it saves them from ending up on the floor of the boat, because if they end up on the floor for a little while, more than a few days, they're probably going to be wrecked. No good. The rust gets them pretty quick and all that. So yeah, that works out. That's slick, and like I say, you can bring as much tackle and stuff as you want. We've got a cooler up here. I'm about to load it up with some ice and drinks and head out fishing today, but lots of room in there. This side, I'll sometimes keep some tackle in here, but got a rain suit, got some life jackets, that sort of thing. One of the other things that Hennessy Outdoors has been doing, and this is sort of new this year, but they've actually got what they call a juice panel. So they mount a whole panel right here. Come and check this out. And then a little fuse panel. So, you know, each of the screens are marked on there. Mega Live 360's all marked on there. So I know which, you know, if something's not working, I can probably get it figured out right there. But that's really nicely done. Ethernet box for the hummingbirds. And just, you know, all the wiring is just like mint in this boat. It's pretty awesome. So more storage up here. I run a foot remote for the talons here. You know, but that's about it. Not a whole lot different from past years, but just it's set up to catch fish, and I love this thing. So any questions on this boat or any of my equipment, send them away, and I'll do my best to answer them. But Hope you enjoyed the look at the 2075 Lund Pro V bass.